I guess Cameron Diaz has something for the color green. Ah! Get it? She was in this, and the master. Yeah.
Green Hornet stars Seth Rogen and Chou. Also, Cameron Diaz. The movie also stars a bunch of badass people like Tom Wilkinson and Christoph Waltz, This movie also stars a whole bunch of badass people like Tom Wilkinson and Christoph Waltz, who I've wanted to see in another movie ever since I saw him kill Jews, eat croissants with cream, do a complete 180 in a period of 2.5 hours, all while making me lol. And no, I am not talking about dare humping. I saw the trailers for this movie. I mean, they weren't too impressive. They just like fun January movie. Not big stakes here. But I mean, people, if you look at critics, they're completely ripping on this movie, and their basis for the reasoning behind their opinions really don't have any grounds. They're very loose. It's just the fact that this movie is, it's just fun. There's not that much substance there, but it's not like the substance there is anything offendingly bad. I mean, a lot of parts are just mediocre, but really, it's nothing like, I'm sitting there like, checking my watch. It's just fun. It's fast. The performances are all equally, people are actually trying. They're not just doing shit for the paycheck. It's a legitimately made movie. I just don't think, it's not like they half-assed this movie just to make a quick buck off of something that has source material, has some built-in fans. No, they're legitimately trying to make this movie, but they didn't legitimately want to make it this dark and brooding and serious movie. They wanted to make it goofy and fun and just all around a good time of a movie. So you can't really go into that expecting anything else, because that's legitimately what they made it for, and it's not like they're failing at anything, because they're doing their job. They're doing exactly what I wanted from this movie and more. You know what? So before you start complaining to me, we're gonna come to me and be like, oh, this movie sucked, it's too nice, no substance, didn't make my brain think, fuck, no one cares, I want to pick a fuck what you gotta say. I don't think they really have that. I'm out of breath. I just want you to shut up. I don't want you to come around my house and tell me how to bake my chicken. It's not like they're half-assing anything in this movie. It looks like a legitimate effort. And I don't even think they strayed too far. They really failed at anything there. I mean, I think the performances, the direction, the editing, the special effects all fit the material in the way it should. There's no way that this movie could have been deeply emotional and dramatic. It succeeds exactly what it needed to do. And, when it comes to movies where, you can see me taking points off a movie that is, it doesn't have a story, terrible dialogue, but things like that, it's specific to the situation. You bring me a movie that is trying to hold itself up to those standards to be this big, highly respected movie, well then no, I'm not going to, give it pass for not having a legitimate story or good writing. This movie, it's not trying to tell me that it wants to be a big Oscar movie, it's telling me it's just trying to be fun. And even at that, it's not like it's trying hard to be something it's not, because when I sit in the theater and I legitimately enjoy something that is brainless, I'm fine with that. There are crap movies. I'm just going to take an example that popped into my head when I feel like, because I complained about this movie, no story at all, Transformers 2. I didn't sit in the theater and legitimately enjoy that movie. Therefore, I don't like it, even though I will say this movie really doesn't have, is not, story-based, dialogue-based movie, but I can still sit in the theater and love it. It's fun movie. I'm really defending this movie. I don't know why, I just was really revved up. And honestly, it's not because, there's really, other than critics, not that many people are complaining about it, so I'm just hyped up. And I really don't, it's not like I'm completely in love with this movie. It's a fun movie. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because despite, the enjoyability, there obviously still is some mediocrity there. But it's very easy to glance over, so I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. Go see this movie. For January, it's better than The Dilemma, and I didn't even see The Dilemma. Is that a dilemma?
I went to see the Green Hornet, and when I got out of the movie, I called up my friend, and I was like, guys, you gotta see this movie, guys, because if you guys see this movie, you're gonna like it. And then I called up my mom and my dad in the middle of the night, and I was like, Mom and Dad, you know what? I'm become a superhero. And then I called up my brother, and then I called up my sister, and I was like, if you guys never see another movie again for the rest of your life, you should see Green Hornet because it's the best movie ever made. And then I called up my teacher from the 2nd grade, and I was like, hey, sorry, I never finished the math test, but I saw the Green Hornet and you should really see it, so don't go see something else. And then I called up the gas station attendant that gave me his number last week, and I was like, guys, you want to go see the Green Hornet because I want to see it again because it's a really good movie. And then I was thinking like, wow, this is the best movie ever made. And then I went home, and then I fell asleep.